I managed to do everything else that turned on my mug. It's like, as I was saying, the weird thumbnails are because I'm still home. And that's why. So I'm not sure which boat that was because it says it was from 2008 from the cloud drive. I haven't learned I haven't tried, honestly. Let's say everything I don't know, I haven't tried or learned. So, something going on at the Oval Office or wherever the hell he is. I also haven't been paying attention to that because of my leg, but my leg is getting better. Uh, I've basically, I have basically wound up with a pinched nerve that runs down my butt cheek. I saw the chiropractor this morning, and she pointed out to me, so we're fixing the nerve on my leg because the strains or the pull on my leg, the pulled muscle is getting better, but it's managed to trap a nerve that we got to see today, which meant a lot of yummy torture. Oh. And so it's a huge nerve that runs down back of my butt. Cheerleaders from this morning. No, what happened this morning? What did I miss? When I'm in pain, I also feel very sorry for myself. So I'm wallowing in the I have no confidence, I can't do this, blah blah blah. But I don't know what happened this morning. I took a couple Motrin so I can sit. And Cricket's modding uh Scooter Mom. So get two computers, get a huge monitor, get whatever you can, and have us both on. They've have the, volume down on one of us. So, oh, hi, Bob. You do? Okay. Yeah. Hi, Dawn. And I did what Dawn told me to do last week, which was ice, elevate, wrap. Now I'm supposed to uh ice. I'm not sure if I'm wrapping. I'll text her and ask. And elevate, but between that, putter. Don't pick up anything heavy, but move around now. So I have to see. Oh my God, Top Chat. Thank you for reminding me because I can see it up there on the television. Um, Top Chat tried to steal your wallet, of course. Someone listen. I know. Yeah, I know. Teenagers. Can't shoot him. Was it can't shoot him, can't convince that you're right. Trump incident accident. Oh, yes, I did see that. That was the one I did see today. Yeah, unfortunately, if I thought it would help anything, I'd be excited about it, but I did like it that was the editor of The Atlantic, though. So, yeah, admin had him on a list and they were talking about their war plans for Yemen, and he thought it was a total joke until it happened, which is what we seem to be all be doing lately, is thinking things are a total joke until they happen. So, yes, I did see that one. And supposedly, um, I guess the India version of CNN, which is CNN News 18, is doing a live Trump cabinet meeting, felon reveals something. That's all I got from that. So, yeah, I haven't been paying attention to um, politics either, like since Saturday. It's been really cool. Have to get back on that box though. So, but I was came home from the chiropractor, brought home dinner, which are bagel dogs, and breakfast, and sat there downstairs watching television, watching Midas Guys and Brian Taylor Cohen. Those are the two I watched downstairs. So I got to see that the chat, the text thing, which seems to blow my mind still, which is good because it does mean that I'm not getting used to it. You know, the I'm not mushrooming myself, which of course is such a bombshell. Yeah, in the real world, this one administration. Yes, 70 days. That's how long he's been there. And was it we can start impeachment in 2 weeks or something like that, or start threatening impeachment in 2 weeks, even though we've been material the whole time. So yes, I'm still home because I'm still taking care of my leg. It's the traffic now I'm worried about is sitting in traffic since I'm a hour later. And so that means more traffic, which doesn't bother me. I don't mind sitting in traffic. I did it my whole working career. So I always worked an hour away from where I lived. I think I did it on purpose with traffic. So traffic, I don't care. Don't we all tell our war secrets in group chats while accidentally including reporters? I know. Actually, why is the reporter on the text chain? I thought it's like, so we can figure that one of those people on the tech that talked was a leaker on top of that. I do like the fact that they're calling Miller SM. I can start calling him S&M because he does feel like bondage. Um, exactly. That's the thing, Adam. It's not that much of a bonehead move, which is amazing. But it's the don't become used to it. Don't become desensitized. So the real controversy should be why are we bombing Yemen? Yeah. And why have we been supporting a borderline genocide there for years to suck up to MBS? Well, you've also noticed I've only heard of one Saudi giving a damn to bail Elon out, and MBS has not said anything. So I'm not amused either with him. So like Nixon, CC, and Woodward and Burn. Yes, it's a BCCing. Totally. It's like I saw it and at least I did get excited. So that means I'm not desensitized. It has been just because of the lake, because it was also, and you will understand this, besides being, the goth drama queen, um, I also had numbing in just half of my foot. And of course, didn't want to say anything because I do come from a family of one person who did not listen when they had diabetes and had his foot cut off, and then he had below the knee cut off. So it was just like, I'm going to finally have to say something to my doctor, which nowadays actually a message to your doctor costs $25. Isn't that interesting? It used to not be that way. Then it went to $5. Now it's 25. And I wouldn't be surprised if I did it now it's 50. So they've gotten smart. And my doctor, it all gets rerouted to the wellness check first before it even goes to her. So I don't even go straight to her anymore. Let's see, everybody saying hi. It would be in a minute. And the administration, at least people are um protesting. Last night when I was trying to, because I'm trying to sit up until I go to sleep or until I fall asleep instead of laying down and having all those things go through my head. Not even the was it the Sarah mattress sheep, the ones with the numbers are not even helping now. So I did see that people are protesting. So hell yeah. I think Papa Cat is grumpy. I'm making him go see the chiropractor tomorrow. Hey BF, can we discuss our private dinner plans in this chat? I think somebody's grumpy that he has to go get adjusted tomorrow. He's got a back thing going on. Now we might get seated then fuzzy. Seated where? Brian Tyler Cohen did a great video with a long list of cuts of Hexeth going on about his emails. Probably, like I said, I've been completely out of the loop. I actually watched Wolf Hall last night after Carrie Ann signed off. So I think it's pretty good. It's reorientating my brain and also finding out that my foot being numb is not diabetes related. It's related to the nerve that she was playing with. I'm doing pretty good. I yelled a couple of times. I yelled out a couple of times today when she was adjusting things. So usually I'd gotten to the point where nothing hurts anymore. And it's like, not only did it hurt, but I went and like flinched and barked and everything. Supermodel's over here. So I've got that off of my head now. Because also it was like if it was diabetes related, it would not, yeah, the whole progression of, you know, the easiest way I described it was Everest. Bratty man, yeah, we discussed our dinner plans in the chat. I always do, so don't even go there. Um, Everybody's saying hi again. Hi, this is far back I am. Their competence will have a cumulative effect. Yes, cumulative effect. Yes, that I believe in. And because, people still believe Fox. And we haven't done anything to like trigger Murdoch yet to just go. So once we can trigger Murdoch to go, I am not sticking around this guy anymore, then I have a feeling we might be able to do something. Hi, Rib Guy. I'm always mentioning Rib Dog, and I'm always mentioning that I have your number, and I keep forgetting to text. Which I even thought about in the car on the way back to the house today, because I'm like, if I just drive down the street, I can find Rib Dog. Oh, especially with the Saudis haven't been behaving like allies for quite some time, and it's our fault we've allowed it. Yes. Um, but the thing is that MBS, in my opinion, this whole feed is my opinion. MBS has been cleaning up house in the Saudi family, royal family. So I don't think he necessarily cared about it at the moment. Um, so, so supposedly he was cleaning house in the royal family because they're basically not producing as much oil as they used to. So let's see. No, I didn't try call earlier. Uh, no, I know. And if I did, it would have been a cat dial. Someone did walk on my phone earlier in the morning because she got full whiskers because she'll climb up me when he's not here and she'll sit on me and I'll do face. I can actually show you guys now. I do face. I do whiskers. I do head. I do all that. And she did it when I was about to get up, so she only got to get it for like 10 minutes before I kicked her off. But she only does it when I'm by myself. So next time I think she does it, I'm going to film it or video it, or what the hell do we call it now? I'm not live, but I'm going to video it. Is that what it would be called? So people can see what she does because she just sits there making biscuits. I'm doing whiskers around her whiskers. So it wasn't me. And I don't blame you. I don't answer phone calls either. Um, Especially considering one of my security things is a scam text. So it'll say scam alert, most likely. So I figure if it goes to voicemail, if it's not, I'll know who it is. Diabete us. Yes, I will diabete you all. Cumulative, how you mean? Oh, I think I know what Adam means. It's just that it just keeps it just one thing after another. So it's like even if you get desensitized, one day somebody like acknowledges all that they have done, or something finally gets the cherry on the sundae. That's why I said I think that it'd probably be Murdoch. Um, because the kids, he's got three. One's a woman. The two other ones were doing it together, but then one of them was liberal or centrist liberal, and he got tired of it, so he left it to the other guy. The other guy didn't want to do it anymore, so I think they brought the liberal in. It just got all convoluted in the past like 4 or 5 years because Murdoch wants to stop. He wants to step down. He's ancient, isn't he? 89, 90 or something. So, ah, Park Rose permaculture. Yes. Portland, Oregon's into the rose thing. It's their flower, which I thought was cheating. Um, and if I remember right, isn't there a Saint Rose? I went to some Catholic thing when I went up there when I was 14, and it was a waterfall, and it had like it was a saint. I don't remember who it was. So Carrie Ann said, I found a new lovely channel with excellent info, specifically local to Oregon, but good overall info overall. So try that one. That's probably a yummy one for us centrist to liberal. Just discuss your plan signal. I wonder how much money the Saudis would lose in the line. If you ask me, I'll do maybe more. See, how far is it now? 300 meters? Something like that. I give him like one more year before he shuts it down because it's already they would technically be broke by the time they got to the end of it. So they wouldn't even be able to get to an end of it. There's no way to support it being built along the way, especially considering it's not very wide. It doesn't make it very stable. I've seen a couple things about it. I don't see these things holding it up either. So, and it's sand, basically. Um, Did they find a bedrock there? I don't, but they had to. There is a bedrock, but I don't know how far down it is. Also, and all of that sand moves constantly. So it's like it's going to build up against the line. So, but the line is so weird. I love it. Um, it's not live, it's Memorex. Yes, I'm gonna go Memorex when she like does it again. And yeah, Murdoch is justified in ancient. Maybe he's like, is it Brazil where Catherine Hellman is at her last like facelift and just her in a cake in like a thing to hold her up and she's all just face. Yes, it says permaculture, but what she talks about is also in politics. Yeah, no, that's why I said I explained it before I even put the link out there because I figured this is this is what you would expect Oregon to really be is it's the way I would think about it. It's totally informed, it's totally worth it, and it's totally hidden up in the middle of the tree somewhere, everybody. So, so yeah, it would be what my version of Oregon in my head is. Enjoying the conversation, please be sure to hit the like button. Yes, subscribe and set the notification bell to all. And yes, I have to watch something other than politics on YouTube or oh, I realized I didn't see all of Kellyanne's video or I wasn't paying attention. I was getting dressed. So, because I was watching Natalie this morning and I saw a couple of things and I was like, I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that. Ooh, maybe I didn't hear it all. So, I think I'm going to have to go watch it again. Um, I haven't seen sand that unstable since George's. Totally. I know, Fuzz. We're doing Old Tifa today here. Hello, Animal Audit Cold Corner. Xanax. I have been taking Xanax at nighttime to calm me down. So, and as I have told you guys, it does mess with the brain fog. So tonight will be fine because I literally just turn on this thing in my head, which one of these 3 times I'm just going to live stream. It'll be completely dark, but you'll be able to hear me. And you'll see how I am at a club taking money. My favorite thing this weekend on Saturday was when someone would hand me a 20 and I go for two with a date. And 80% of the time it was like, yeah. And 50% of that 80 was, no, I can pay for myself. And me going, yeah, they'll pay for you. And usually it was buy me a drink. And nowadays drinks are more than $10. So, hmm, I've been time to talk about purses. I've been doing the real and getting rid of purses and jewelry that was my mother's that I didn't want to keep around the house. There is some Tiffany I'm not amused with her about. So, and then I'm getting off of them because I'm doing it for credit. I'm getting vintage jewelry pieces. So this is one of them. And since they're not in style right now, they're really inexpensive for them. I think they raise their prices again. Huh. Um, because that's what I want to do is finish up sets of my Tiffany pieces. I either have like a bracelet or a necklace, and and since um, Old Tiffany still isn't style yet, Coach is. Should go through my Coach purses. Coach is being like vaulted to a luxury brand, not just a middle class brand. I'm just like, wow. And I once was going to send Elvis. I have a old Coach briefcase that needs to be restored, and he said he did that. I almost sent it to him. I missed. You can sell those puppies restored for like $300. I watched the Netflix doc about the Joplin MO tornado, and I'll be traveling to the Midwest next week. That was a little severe, just a little. Yeah, I also have a thing for. I'm surprised that Wolf Hall caught me first. It's about Cromwell, English Cromwell. Everybody's freaking in it, which is hilarious because it's weird seeing the Queen as another Queen. She was it Claire Foy? She played the Queen in the new one, and then she plays Anne in Wolf Hall. So it's like you and Papa Cat will come downstairs and go, "Oh, that person did this and that person did that," because English actors don't care; they'll do anything, and I don't mean it bad. I mean they'll do the things that American actors, which are getting better, but wouldn't touch. I wouldn't do that, sort of thing. And so it's like it's fun watching them all go, "Oh, they're doing it this way. Oh, they're doing it that way. Oh my God, she was like 18," things like that. Let's see. Gerard at the Batcave used to make red devils. Hoo-wee, those were strong. Oh. Oh, you said New York, because I was going to say that sounds like the Salt Lake City one that my friend took me to. The one that did Jesus. Or knew someone or was there. Um, because Salt Lake City 20 years ago was a by club only drinking establishment. You had to be a member. So you became a member for the evening. Hmm. Who is the other Cromwell then? I know this Cromwell good because I got into the eighth because of I think it was middle was it Vanessa Redgrave that played Elizabeth in one of the BBC things, and then it just went from there. That was 19 maybe. So yeah, I'm usually if I find something, I totally rabbit hole it, and then I haven't been doing it a lot lately because I don't think I retain as much. I know. Another thing to shut up and get your butt back there for. And the chiropractor was very proud of herself because her yelling at me, was it 2 weeks ago, about it doesn't matter if a 58-year-old woman is sitting at the podium. I don't look at get over myself, go on. So I told the promoter, and she was like, "Well, what did he say?" I said, "He just did the usual, shook his head, and, okay." It's like he expected me to do it anyway. And like I said, it's only supposed to be for 3 weeks. Could be for the rest of the club. Who knows? Especially if I'm enjoying myself. If he knows I'm enjoying myself, then he'll just go, "Can you do it a couple more weeks?" And then it'll be like, was it healthcare? Yeah, that's what I want to do. It's do um, a member fee. Just leave it running on the other phone, and see that you guys can hear me at the podium. So, okay. Thank you. Ugh, I'm trying. My hair is finally sort of coming down. Not until I wash it will it act normal. So, but nobody does black light anymore because it's bad for your eyes. Um, my brother developed cataracts with black light. He used to sleep by it. Normal in my family. So yeah, he had his lenses redone. And you can actually, if one of these days I'll bring it close to mine, you can see it's building up on me too. So, and that would probably be from club and black lights. Um, the brother's the only one who's had the full-blown surgery for it. So, I think his was exacerbated by the black lights. Mine was too, because my mom hit a point where she had the fuzz and then it stayed. Mine is getting a little bit more in there. So, hi, Dove. Hi, Danny. How's married life, Danny? Hi, paralyzed to paralyzed. Am I getting rated or something? Yes, I'm not having any discussions about Scientology, even though I should bring one of the books with me to read at club. Because, yes, there are some tremendously boring lulls. And that's usually when I get up to walk outside to talk to security, but I can't do that a lot still because of where the pull, now the nerve thing is. And my foot's coming back finally. Yay! I totally, the minute it started happening, I started massaging my foot. I have one of those roller thingies that's got nubs on it. And so you do that. Um, I was, totally taking care of it to make sure it wasn't going to advance. But I never thought, duh, lack of circulation, not nerves, is what causes the diabetes thing. And how can I go from 0 to 1,000 in 3 months? Oh, you have rib guy. Okay. Yeah, no, my brother he was totally fine. Once he got it done, he was the baby for a couple of days because of course I took care of him. But then after that, he was just like he can see better than all of us. Little brat. But then again, he had it done at Stanford, so I can't find the book. I am trying not to do Amazon because I have a choice. I live in a big metropolitan area. I don't necessarily have to go to Amazon for weird. I don't know what that glitch was. It happened on my computer feed first. Um, I wanted to do it on my Kobo, but it doesn't seem to be anything but Amazon. So I might go looking for the book from another place. So yeah, that's when Adam said he just ordered the book. Where did you order it from, Adam? I wanted it to be on my Kobo, um, because I don't want to buy books from Amazon anymore because you can't download them anymore unless it's Kindle proprietary, blah blah blah. I took all my books off. They're all sitting on, I think, my new Surface. They're sitting on, I haven't put them to the cloud yet. So, but it's like, no, I don't want to buy a book that I cannot keep. It's bad enough I have all those shows that they can like mess up now, which they have. The Twin Tower movie of the two guys with the fire station. It's been edited again. Oh, okay. It'll be hard to find. Something came to my head when I said Amazon. I did something I don't remember. Um, Amazon. Ah, actually, I have friends who do things like that. I just haven't bothered them. It's just like, you used Amazon. Okay. Yeah, oh, South Park. Saw it last night. We finally saw it. Oh my God, we couldn't stop laughing. I finally saw the South Park episode. It was so cool. Now I just want to tell my friends, okay, you want to know what I'm doing? I'm fighting this. Seriously. When it says this is what they really think, this is what they really think. And I watched the Mormon one too, because the one feed I found was it yesterday that was talking about Scientology. It was a Christian, real Christian though, real Christian person talking about stuff. And they were talking about the Scientology. And they came across South Park, and then one of them said, "And the Mormon thing is real too, isn't it?" So I watched the Mormon episode while Papa Cat was walking, and then kept the. I started watching, and it's called Out of the Closet. It's in season 8, I think. Yeah, I wound up looking it up because I was looking through the seasons because Papa Cat was having a walk and I'm just like, I'm bored. So I started looking through the seasons. Couldn't find it by 12 and went, and looked it up. And it's because you can't help but laugh constantly as it says, Tom Cruise, come out of the closet. Oh, I don't remember what R. Kelly was doing back then. I mean, I was laughing, but I could not put the two together why it was so funny they keep whipping out his gun. So I'll probably look that up, but it was really cool, finally. Ah, oh, you guys are so funny. But yeah, it was in a weird way, I'm glad I didn't see it before. And the Mormon one. Oh God, the Mormon one is hilarious too. But yeah, John Travolta, come out of the closet. And them doing the Vinnie Barbarino voice was just like, oh my God. So yes, we did watch it. It was great. And that's how I did not get on YouTube because my brain will go, okay, you're disengaged. And so after we watch the South Park episode, because we have Max or whatever that one is, as an add-on since we've gotten rid of everything else but Prime. Um, when I went back to the main screen, Wolf Hall caught my attention, and I have Wolf Hall. The R. Kelly closet video series are almost as f up as Scientology itself. Okay. I bought Junkie this morning to read. Oh, that's the Burroughs one, right? Because yeah, I went upstairs to get my Kobo, was up there for like 10 minutes because I was like petting them, came back down. That's when I said, "What are we talking about?" I saw Junkie and something else. And I was like, "What two books?" And then somebody said, Burroughs. And I was like, okay. And yeah, no, Cricket's not here to defend himself. Because Cricket was like, he thought that the Beat Poets, I didn't like Jack London. I barely like Mark Twain. The Beat Poets, I have read, oh God, I read at least On the Road. I don't know what else I've read, but it just didn't do anything for me. It was like, I cannot relate to this at all. And Cricket was saying that the abstract artist did that to him. And it was like, it was more like Picasso, obviously, you know, it always made you wonder how did he really feel about a woman? Um, and trying to Monet, yeah, he had his issues. But um, I just I don't know, reading it is different than looking at the pictures. Even though I did read enough of the like biographies of a few of them that were popular at the time back in the 80s and 90s. So you figure I would be more inclined to not like either one of them, but I love the abstracts. I can't help it. Something in my brain tells me. Yum yum. Sorry, I'm reading. Blame Aaron. Love me some burrows. Okay. I mean, yeah, it's all, let's face it, it's all, I mean, I like Robert Anton Wilson. So it's all whatever you like. Reading. Hubbard wrote on the roads. Never read him before, Power. It's because we're reading the interesting book about Burroughs' relationship with Scientology. Yes. That almost makes me wonder if somebody might have it on a one of my friends. It's very possible because it's Burroughs. So it's very possible that someone has it on something they can share. If I see anybody tonight, I'll ask because I'm working tonight. You can always watch it on DNA.com because they stream it. Adam is nothing, I mean, if not folksy. So let's see. Today was, I watched Natalie in the morning. I got up late and then I got up really late because of her. And then she did to me what she does to Papa Cat. She yells and screams and gets on the bed and yells and yells and yells. And once I kicked her off me to start getting dressed, she was on the bed yelling, yelling, yelling. And I was like, oh, okay. I mean, I see it, but I've never been like the right in the face. So DNALounge.com. Yes, we will be doing Death Guild tonight. He is a DJ at it. And you can watch it streaming live on DNALounge.com. Somebody got DNA, of course, before he did, and this was 2002. So, or actually 2001. I was, I've had these in my on my vanity forever. The ones that Pup Grimmer made for me. So I was thinking about covering my Arctic Fox backpack with one of these, and oh, oh, Mr. Breathed is not for Trump at all. Go to the Bloom County website. I saw something in Blue Sky yesterday that had him, what was it? Had Opus sitting on boxes of, I can't remember, but Opus was sitting on boxes of something uh, because it was patriotic. So my DJ name would be DJ Connor. I just thought of it because, he made these for the election. I still have two of them. One of what? Gave one away to the BFF, if I remember right. Or the chiropractor, I can't remember. But these were the ones I think were big enough to put on the Arctic Fox. So I kept the thingy so they're all together because they were sitting on my vanity for what, a month now? I'm trying to figure where to put them in San Francisco. We've learned that we can't even put post-it notes on the light poles because the paint is crap. There are a couple of bike things and all of the stanchions where the meters used to be. They all have been replaced with like little things, and I can put them there. Didn't even think of that because I've got they're bundles of 10, I think, and I think I have 10 bundles. So it's like I have a lot of them. I have to adjust a couple of them, and that was it because they're older stickers. So, um, yeah. Hello, growing up in Scientology. How are you today? I am not at the org because it's Monday and everything is closed on Monday except for them, and I don't trust them. Go figure. I will be there tomorrow and I'll probably see Cairo because I always see him on a Tuesday. Oh, so I know you're listening, so, but I'll be there the rest of the week too, probably. So there. Maybe not Friday because of the traffic. Just got to be careful for that. And when she described it too, she went the big nerve, and I'm like, ah. So the big nerve on my butt is bothering me. So, thank you for the drive-by if you just came and went. Let's see. So Kelly Copter, that's what it is. I called her Kelly Ann because Carrie Ann sticks. Kelly Copter. I think it's funny that Elvis got trademarked or copyrighted and it wasn't even her that did it. Classic. So on their birthday game win, yeah. Even though I don't know how it was, what, over 600? I don't know. But if it does wind up being Baby Boo, then, and somebody said somewhere that San Francisco is being supported by International, which would make a ton of sense, um, his numbers will legitimately be fluffed up. I think while I'm there, the score is probably like 100 to 3 or something. We never keep real score, but somebody will say it when I get someone to stay away, and that's over the year. So, yeah, Tel Cairo is not actually the capital of Egypt. Burn. Adam. That is the Sphinx. Oh, I laughed too loud. Her Highness just gave me the what for. Seems rigged. Yeah, seems just a little rigged. And especially considering it's him. So I still believe whoever said it last year that he's in the making to be the next Bufu, and that's why everything keeps winding up for him. He might, and if you look at the Star Trek picture that oh God, that Natalie was talking about the other day, you see, yes, there is a dupe of him because he's in the front, he's slightly gained weight, and his quote unquote guy who looks exactly like him is over his left shoulder and half in the picture. And that guy, I think, was the guy that took the picture of me. So yes, there is a dupe of him running around, but I've only seen the dupe once. I might do a video on the birthday game points or yes, yes. I was listening that when you were somebody was explaining it before, and it was like, but all I kept thinking was, of course, they run because Cairo is going to be the next glowing whatever. Oh yeah, and the Braille takedown of their skate park was because Lighthouse for the Blind did own it, so I wasn't wrong in that. But they sold it to somebody else, and it was somebody else who didn't want to take it was already 7 months behind from what I heard in rent. And they were like, no, thank you. So that's how they lost it. Lord knows how long they didn't pay rent to Lighthouse. So mhm. I totally believe that Miscavige is grooming Cairo for it. It fits. Cairo's too perfect. There's something about him that's just a little too perfect, and I could see him being baby David. But then again, I think he's going to be a puppet because he's also very we'll see. Actually, we'll see now that I know a little bit more about him, how we can do this. I don't think he'll ever park right next to me ever again. Um, but I still think he's up for baby buku-ness. I really do. It'd be interesting if I ever saw higher up than a blue vest. That was the back of the blue vests. That's when they all went to probably Florida to do some training or another. He had pretty blonde blue dresses, long hair, or blue vests, long hair. They looked straight out of LA. So, oh, thank you, Danny. You rock. So let's see. Yeah, I'd really like to know. animal on it to comment. I'd really like to know. I should look. I'll figure look it up. I'm sure international because I didn't know about international probably for about 6 or 7 months after I'd been there. So because international is the one that takes care of San Francisco, so that's the separate on. That's also why I think they can say they have a lot of people, and I don't really seem to be stressed out on a Thursday. Um, be a little grumpy until after 2 o'clock, so maybe they don't even know that they're getting, financed by international, which is what I think. Um, I'm surprised they don't see the name Braille as PTS. PTS? You took advantage of a ministry, how unsurprising. Yes, that's also why I figured that the baby Bufu has got to be a good idea because it's here. Not a lot of foot traffic. We've seen Groundhog Day every day since probably I first started. Um, it's not busy. It never is. The only time it was really busy, it was when they were having the scavenger hunts, the college kids. So, Cal and Stanford were doing scavenger hunts because I was trying to keep them from going in. And they said, oh, no, 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 we're doing a scavenger hunt. And one of them showed me the list that they had to do, and it was go to Scientology. And I would sit there and go, that's not me. Cairo isn't a Sea Org member, though. But isn't he OT7? I mean, it's Miscavige. I don't think it has to be a Sea Org member. He probably wouldn't want to because then he would be able to get Cairo to do it exactly how he wants it and not some kind of, you know, forced training that he had to go through. Cairo makes sense. That's the weird part. Yeah, but it is the weird part. So I wouldn't be surprised if Miscavige wouldn't want him to be a Sea Org member. Dictators don't usually groom successors because it allows people to picture reality without the dictator. What about Castro's little brother? Everyone saw Scientology as David's puppet. Yes, but I think that Cairo might be a little bit more of a puppet than everybody else. So I wouldn't be surprised if Miscavige made him Bufu and then basically still ran it because he didn't know, after about 6 months because he got tired of golfing. Let's see. Why wouldn't he be joining the Sea Org at this point? Like I said, I don't think he wants him that. Cairo's a staff member, not a public. Right. At this point, the reason he's not in the Sea Org is because he just spent years training to be the executive director of San Francisco. This is what Growing Up is saying. Yes. Um, Public staff in Sea Org can all be OT7. Ah, right. Duh. Tori. Um, I know, but I seriously don't think that Miscavige would want Cairo to be a Sea Org because it'd be too, and it's also not his culture. The skating culture is not like that. So, having friends in the skating culture, I'm a little familiar with it. I get why Natalie's doing it because it reminds her of the surf culture, which is a really good idea. That, and I was totally jealous because she got the guy that I got a hold of. Um, God, when they came up with the Du Bois, and he told me he thanked me nicely for letting him know, but they weren't going to talk about Cairo's basically canceled in their lives. So I thought it was funny that a year later, Natalie got him. They got over their mourning period. So, um, but yeah, it's like the two. I still think he wanted to do it because I don't think Cairo would take to the Sea Org. And this could be Miscavige's midlife crisis in a weird way, where he knows he has to step down after 30 years, but he won't have to do it all the way, and he can get Cairo to do what he wants. That's what I think. I only have known two EDs, one A mission and one NN. Okay, my mind is starting to understand it. Rib guy, Put it on Rib Dog and bring him over, and I'll be able to understand. Tell Cairo you heard about his ED. Are you kidding? Tomorrow, if I can go there tomorrow, I'm gonna be telling them I saw South Park finally. Narcanon, right. I was bummed when I found out that Narcanon. I just found that out like in the past 2 years. No. After Aftermath. I found that out and I was bummed because, it's like you recommend non or you recommend rehab facilities after if people don't want to do AA, and it was like, or anything having to do with AA, and it was like Narcanon Scientology, great. They had a decent reputation around here. So if Scientology had any sense, they'd buy an island. I know. Wasn't someone's island? Is it Epstein's island? Someone bought before the Fry Festival. He was supposed to use that island, but he talked about it, and then they changed their mind. So I bet you his island is still up for sale. No, it wasn't Epstein's. I wonder who has Epstein's. It was another island. After being at Flag for 2 years, Cairo would probably be a great Sea Org member, but now that he's the ED of SFO Day, he'll be there for a bunch of years. I almost want to bet. I almost want to bet. I don't know. It's just it's just something because I also don't see why you would have a skateboarding celebrity in San Francisco when the culture is way more in LA. This is why I never understood why he was up here, because it was a waste of a good culture, because San Francisco Police Department hate skateboarders. Hate them. That's what I know from both my friends. No. And one of them doesn't even try to skateboard in the city because there's a skate park in Civic Center that I know of, and at the pyramid there we put up the metal things on the marble seats so you can't skateboard there. That's their fix for everything. So anything that you could skateboard in the financial district or on the wharf has been metaled. They say it's for the homeless, which is just as bad, but it's for the skateboarders because they were wearing new benches down at the ferry building, which had just gotten redone. So yeah, San Francisco Police Department are not fans of skateboarders at all. That's why I've never understood why he's there. You did an intervention for narc. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Narcan reminds me too much of Sin. I wouldn't be surprised if Narconon got it from Synanon because until the rattlesnake in the lawyer's mailbox, it was, um, you know, rehab. The angels that I saw, that's what you wore when you're in rehab. You wore these like linen overlays, I guess, like you'd say Christ, I guess. I don't know. But they had to wear them all the time. They were always clean. The head of Synanon's a weirdo about that. Um, so when I would see the angels, for family days or family parties, um, they were always just like, okay. So after it turned from rehab to scare the lawyers, that's probably where they got the idea from. So let's see. Was Cairo required to pay for his training then? Ah, Rib Guy asked you a question. Was Cairo required to pay for his training then? Hi, Susie Old. How are you today? No, his training was free. He was trained as a staff member, outer org trainee at Flag. Ooh, interesting. And yes, his people did stick on as long as they possibly could. So Lord knows they were probably fighting with the new landlord over the rent every month. 7 months is a long time. Could have kicked him out any time. But weirdly enough, also in California, they could have squatted at any time. All they'd have to do is say, we take this building. There was a famous building in San Francisco that was taken over, um, that the MoMA wanted to renovate. Actually, they wanted to tear it down. It got turned into a landmark, and then the squatters came and they were there for 2 years, I think. And it took them all that time because you have to like line it up at the same time. Hot flash. I am so not amused. So that's how they got it. Let me see. Tell Cairo goatees are out. He looks like a roadie from Soulfly. So does his dupe. I think the formerly pretty one had a goatee also around that time, and his is gone now.
He's the one that's been really making me angry. I'm sort of glad I hurt myself right pretty much after that because he's the one who kept meeting the kids across the street or even in the middle of the street. And I was just like, number one, he's meeting little girls, which I didn't like. And number two, he was meeting them in the middle of the street. And that intersection is so awful. So, oh God, his freeloader debt is huge. Yes. True, but his freeloader debt will be wiped out after 5 years on post. Really? Ooh, that's a good one to know. 'Cause I've got something to like use tomorrow if I'm here. Um, but yeah, because I don't get kids. I've totally gotten away with it because the other person who was doing it got the same kid twice and they got the whole basic book thrown at her. And it's like I never really did kids to begin with. So anytime they throw one in my face, the one who got hit by a car, she used to come and hang out in front of me on the wrought iron. And I would just, of course, they're not here anymore. Those two kids, they were sisters. They're gone. I've seen them once after she got hit. So after that, none of them get in my face or try to even get in my face. So I guess they gave up trying to get me for that. So I love to go to the bathroom and Iran pops. And yes, Dawn. Ah, one of the new mods, she went to the restroom. She should have known better. Better than a bucket? So, where's this one? Scientology is a cult and a bear on a horse. I think I'm gonna start putting them on the stanchions there. It really reminds me of like the old days when of San Francisco's are always talking about the 49ers where you'd, you know, hitch your horse. That's what it reminds me of. Rib Guy said, thank you, Erin. That helped fill some gaps in my head. It's added more questions, which is good. I like that. Hi, Mimi. How are you? Or Mimi. I just call you Reformed. Hi, Reformed. How are you today? Forget your back. Or are you using both of us now? Hi, Antics. Wow, it's coming in another like wave. Pup Grimmer's here? Or you're from Pup Grimmer? I'll just take you with me. Oh, Natalie's the one who got me into the shower speaker. I actually have a waterproof speaker in my shower, so. Hmm. Hi, Cubs champion. Oh my God, how are you? So everybody is here. Let's see. We were talking about Cairo. We were talking about economics. All over the place today, in a good way. I get to walk around now, so my leg doesn't have to sit there and I have to sit there and get bored and bored and bored. So that's a good thing. Um, everybody saying hi. That's good. You guys probably just missed Aaron. We were talking about Cairo, or he was throwing his 2 cents in as I was explaining it. Um, Cubs, are you going to be able to provide antics with a clip? You should. Get on your case. Oh. So, yes, good. Everybody's here today, or everybody is adding on today. I should be able, wow, I have 25. That's amazing. Won't last. Yes, and the supermodel is next to me in the box. Okay, so freeloader debt is taken care of after 5 years. Wonder if that's everybody or just the people who work in the org. Hmm. Yes, and be nice to the people if you're protesting at the org because they're going to have to pay for it if they talk to you. So, if you really think they're going to leave, go for it. Yes, hit the like button, please. Subscribe and become a member. And then whatever you have left over, give to the latest person in part of the country that's had a disaster because the orange balloon doesn't do that. And now since my governor kissed up, he's probably going to help us. Oh, it's a rewrite from Scooter Mom. Thank you. Yay. Even though technically I'd be off by now. Everybody just pulled up in the climate mobile. Yes. Oh, so hi, Journey. Oh. Okay, now we're talking amongst ourselves. Dove started it this time. Oh, okay. So Rib Guy said if you are on staff for the duration of your 5-year contract, the post-related training you received is cleared. Ah, okay. Now I'm trying to think of who's stuck in at San Francisco. Um, Rib Guy Papa Cat is complaining about his ears. Don't do it all in capitals. It looked like actually you hit the cap lock by accident because your beginning starts with a small b. Been there. So, I don't think he's yelling. I think he hit his cap lock. Um, totally, yeah, brain gone. And I have to work tonight too. Well, this is where I make no sense to anybody coming in. And last week was the anniversary, so everybody and their uncle I hadn't seen in God knows how long I saw yesterday, last week. So, a hunt and pecker. Okay, so you did probably hit the cap lock by accident. Okay, bye, Journey. Have a good one. Oh. Yes, baseball season is starting soon. Go Giants. I know I wasn't bright enough to get my Dodger color before season started. I knew there was a color I wanted because my luck will go to more games this year. And so lucky the last time I wore the Dodger color to the Giants game. Luckily enough, I had my Lucille backpack, so they knew that I wasn't a Dodger fan. Oh, get off of Top Chat and go to live chat, Dawn. You're probably in Top Chat. That's how I can tell when they're not making sense is, oh, I went to top chat. So in your top where it says live chat, you should be able to hit the thing down and it should say top chat or all chat or all live. It's not really consistent. So you want to get out of top chat. Lucille is bigger than Clark. Do you know Lucille is also Lucille cross dresses because it comes out. Lucille comes out, who's the big seal mascot for the Giants. There is a Lucille's wife comes out in a dress and a hat and a purse. I don't know if we've seen both of them together. You confuse so easily. He's using his alter ego. Where is he? Where has he been? When was the last time we saw Sybil, otherwise known as Sean, otherwise known as No Face? Where the heck is he? Who is? Oh yes, yes. Who is what? Oh, oh my God, Dawn. Mm. If we can get used to No Face doing Sean and Sybil is because he would come on as 5 or 6 different people, we could get used to Rib Guy. Or as I say when he's on my channel under the other name, Does. So it's just getting used to it. Remember, No Face did it when we didn't have a lot of people on, so it was easy. Chaos. Rib Guy chaos. Oh my God. Hi, Eric Rader. How are you today? You had to come back because I forgot to hit like. Your mom is re-entering the chat now. Thank you, Pamela. Hi, Carrie, FYI. I'm rooting for the Poughkeepsie gentlemen. They are baseball's top shelf sportsmen. Is that from, I wanted to say left field. Hey, our soccer team, the Roots, are actually playing where the A's used to play, since the A's are now playing in Vegas. Technically, you're supposed to be in Vegas. I don't know if they built it since we lost the Raiders to Vegas. I don't like Vegas anymore. Um, So yeah, I can't remember what level the soccer club is. It is not major, but they're playing in the Coliseum now. That would be fun. I could do a live like taking Bart to go watch the soccer. Even though as a typical American, I know nothing about soccer. I know nothing about the only thing I know about is when somebody gets hurt. And yes, cricket, and I have to start watching my political stuff because with the leg messed up, I stopped watching anything that would make me sad just for a couple of days. Hi, Lori. Squared. No. Yes. No. Three. Ah. Susan Good Grandma. Hello. 26? Oh my God. Now I don't know. He was on live this morning. Okay, I thought I saw him, but I couldn't remember if it was last night or this morning. It's like, at least we know he still exists. I mean, he is doing his channel, so I can't expect people who get going with their channel to come here every day unless they're a mod. So, no show. Yes, no show. I was hanging with No Face last night till 4 or 5 a.m. You could tell he's nocturnal, so I'm not surprised either. Because now that I'm three instead of two, and two instead of one, I've been, yeah. Who knows though? Three could be long enough for him to sleep. I want to see No Cat. I need to watch him. I love his kitties. A kitty. Last night he was live. I stopped him, but I fell asleep. Top chat still on TV. Good. I'm glad he's doing okay. I mean, he was one of the first ones. I mean, hell, he's one of he's in the club. He's my bartender. So, and Papa Cat has it on his text as the CBF bouncers. And now that I'm working club again, well, we all love No Face. I mean, he is definitely funny, and he would have so much fun on this channel with his multiple personalities. So I called him Sean because the bartender he reminded me of was named Sean, and then he does his other personalities, and I would call all of them Sybil. So ah, so everybody's saying hi again. I'm talked to Aaron earlier. He popped in for a minute. We talked about Cairo a little bit, and I'm still on, and I will still always be on the until it happens. He's going to be the next baby Bufu, and uh, Miscavige is going to basically still rule with him in the front. So, mm, thank you, Faz, for putting up No Face's link. So let's see. More hi, hi, hi. He has really interesting music. It's different and fabulous. That makes sense. That is good. No, we haven't. He hasn't showed up. I mean, honestly, he probably is still asleep. It's probably fully nocturnal. So I wouldn't be surprised. Because remember, he used to say we were waking him up half the time. So I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, hell, I'd be nocturnal if, honestly, if my parents weren't alive. I still have one parent left. So it's like, yeah, I would have gone over to the nocturnal side a long time ago. I learned from my grandmother. Um, Also, I was an insomniac as a kid. Well, I was hyperactive as a child, borderline hyperkinetic. Um, so I only slept about 3 or 4 hours a night. So no, I'm glad he's doing stuff on his feed. I need to go over because I think the limit is 30 seconds. So if you're on for 30 seconds at least, it'll register as a view and then do the like for their algorithm. MLH does it for me, which I think is sweet. I try to do it for MLH when I see him live. I just have to get, because if I see Tori, if I don't see her live, I'll watch her because been falling asleep to Tori lately, which is really cool. She's a great storyteller. And I try to thumbs up everybody who's running live, but I totally get squirreled by I get there and then I forget to hit the up button. So thank you, Fez, for putting Eric Rader's link up. That's awesome.
Um, so yeah, there hasn't been a lot in the Scientology world that I've been talking about because I've been too wrapped up in my leg being messed up and my foot being numb, or actually half of my foot being numb. So my focus has been more messed up than it usually is. Ooh, which is not good. So, okay. Minnie saw some of it. She's sorry. They're sorry. They fell asleep on you guys. Actually, if his music is making you fall asleep at this time at that time of night, that's actually a good thing. So, Carrie Ann, thank you, Fuzz, for putting the link up. For putting the link up for Cricket. Fuzz is the awesome one on the links. She always puts the links up, and it drives at least Papa Cat nuts. If he's around me, he's like, Fuzz, put it up first. And I'm like, yeah, and and thank you for putting Dawn's. Dawn has actually been doing things. Have you done anything lately? I didn't watch it, but I saw that you were starting to post stuff again. So that's good. You fall asleep to Tori when she's live. I've actually been replaying her because she's doing it earlier now because we go to bed about anywhere between 12 and 2. And so I've been playing her to go to sleep too. So that's a really good thing. You fall asleep to Pup Groomer. She's too funny for me. I can't fall asleep to her. She's funny. And I'm not allowed to laugh. Laughing wakes me up. And that's why we used to watch The Omen to go to sleep. And except that the monkey scene on the station wagon started getting really funny. So I couldn't fall asleep. I'd wake myself back up laughing. Tori or Pup, okay. Ah, the BFF is starting to berate. No, is starting to send me things again. Uh, all the sharing. Yep. Thank you for all the sharing. A little live here and there. I need to get rolling again. Okay. I was trying to post recorded videos, but I get hung up on mistakes in editing. You know what you can do is just video and send it out. It is one of the reasons I do live because if I start watching, and I don't watch my own stuff. I was having this conversation with the chiropractor this morning. I always want to say chiro. Um, and she doesn't consider herself photogenic either. So it's like we are talking about that, and it's like I should rewatch my lives just to get an idea of what's going on, but I can't. So I've got to figure out, I don't know, like house clean while I listen to myself, but nothing that's going to like take my focus away. See, Papa Cat, monkeys. Monkeys always make me laugh. And I'm always telling him, don't make me laugh. You do want to talk today about meeting my actual long lost cousin at lunch today. Did you really? Yes, definitely talk about it. Um, totally up there with my full-blooded sister after 45, 48 years. Yeah, I'm still not used to the sound of my own voice. I've gotten used to my voice. I just still can't look at myself. Um, the only time I ever considered myself photogenic was with the cat who passed away in 2023 because she wasn't very photogenic without me there. So between the both of us, I used to take pictures of her and I together. She was the one I loved. That made me pretty. I made her pretty. It was mutual. And the Omen is your 666 and all. It reminds me of the Enola Gay. Did you know that in their stupid program to wipe out transgender and gay on any of the histories, they wiped out the Enola Gay? Frickin' government. I don't remember who I was watching last night that showed that. And I was like, you've got to be kidding. No, you're not kidding. I have to learn that the minute I say to myself, you've got to be kidding, that it's got to be real. No. Let's see. Next week, 31st of March, I release my first YouTube show called Animal Audit Corner. Cool.
Should get one of the mods to put up your link next time because I am getting off real soon. That's what we should judge it by when I start clearing my throat. Still not you, yeah. Voice, yes. Yes. How did it go? You're going to cover that in a live, right? Um, did you find her through Ancestry? 23andMe declared bankruptcy. I saw that today. There was something like a lot of people don't want to know what their DNA is, which I can understand because my brother won't do it for me. Oh. Yeah, my sister. Yes. Full-blooded sister. Uh-huh. She actually made friends with one of the nuns in the orphanage before the orphanage closed and she died, Catholic orange orphanage. So she's got the adoption papers. I don't think my bio dad knew about it. So, yeah, it's been interesting. She is 13 years older than me, I think. That's the way it is. And we also, me and my brother put two and two together and realized that the oldest brother who died, even though there was never a headstone for him, is my sister. So I guess that way she could talk about, his name was, oh God, I can't remember, Adam, I think. She could talk about the first child without tripping herself. So let's see. It was great. I love in pieces. Awesome. I'm so glad for you, Dawn. And Fuzz put it up now. Cool. Thank you for putting Animal Audit Corner's link up. Um, Cricket said, I've seen you live, Dawn. I'm a sucker for a nurse. You have a great voice. You definitely do have a great voice, Dawn. It's like, you can always do what I do when I'm out in the org and just stare at certain things. Um, there are more highs. Uh, and Fuzz asked, is your long lost cousin Cricket? Because Cricket claims everybody. Oh my God, Paul Tibbets is spinning in his grave. Explain. Oh, okay. A no licky panic. Yes. Yeah. Well, remember that group, besides the flat earth thing, they also say the concentration camps didn't happen in Germany. Um, I think they've even gone to the point where it's like World War II didn't happen. So I'm actually not surprised that they took out the Enola Gay with the gay. Let's see. If Dawn is French Canadian, then yes. Yes, Dawn. So if you have any French Canadian there in your lineage, you're screwed. You're related to cricket. Mm. Yeah, the Mormons have it down. Dawn said, my brother and I did My Heritage, and then I did Ancestry. Ancestry is how I found my father's side of the family. Ancestry is how my sister found me. I've kept my subscription up, which is a pain in the butt. It's not cheap, just in case. So, I mean, just because we found one doesn't mean there might be another one out there. My mother was not. My mother was at least 21. And yes, the bio parents were married for, I think, 18 years. Those Mormons know how to have an ancestry. That's the only problem is that since it is Mormon, they're going to declare all of your ancestors Mormon. What they do. I'm not saying online dating is bad, but when a couple meets on 23, that's a problem. Oh, there have been people who found out through DNA they're a little too related. Don will claim you. Oh, I've done it too. As far as I'm concerned, he's related to all of us. I'm the only living person on the planet not related. No, you're not, Fuzz. You know you are. Hmm. Helped an adopted cousin find his birth sister. It took forever, but cool. Neat. That's fun. That's it, I realized that right after I saw the Enola Gay panic that Adam put up. That duh, that's the Enola Gay guy. Thank you, Carrie, though, for his name. His mom's name was Enola. I barely remember any of that stuff. Yeah, I got into the bombs for a split second. I did not like the carnage that came with it, so I didn't keep researching it. Cats aren't real. You turn into a cat when you leave your floating head box, so I wouldn't say that. Not mine, most of mine are African. So your parents are African? That would be cool. My cousin's grandfather, yeah, was African. That's why it's like, in a weird way, I don't know how to say anything other than black people because I grew up here, but also it's like African American sounds weird to me. So when I was explaining my cousin's heritage, I explained part his grandfather is African and then his mom and dad as black or black. And technically everybody's from Africa if you think about it. Does my sister look like me? Yes. That's the weird one. Um, Papa Cat, my brother saw a picture of us, my cousin, they all say, my dad. She wants to meet my dad because my dad was really nice to her the first time, or the only time she ever called my mother, and my mother refused to acknowledge her or take the phone, but my dad was talking to her. So she wants to meet my dad. Um, and yeah, she looks like me. And I just look at her and go, if I look like that at her age, I have no problem. So that's how I found my dad's family. A cousin that was adopted out of the family found me. Because of her, I was able to track down the rest of the people. Cool. Weirdly enough, my brother didn't realize that my sister is our full-blooded sister, and for some reason, until last month. He Men don't listen to women. I swear to God. I told him enough times, or I thought I did, that she was our full-blooded sister. Now maybe I can get him to Ancestry because he wouldn't do it because he didn't want any more half siblings showing up. And I'm like, I thought he didn't want to meet her. So he didn't want to meet her if she was half. Now he wants to meet her. It's like, no. Actually, my sister could honestly care less about my brother. Me too, when they started saying African American, I couldn't do it. My birth certificate actually says Negro. Oh God, yeah. It just felt weird because um American Indian, I guess. So it was like, and it doesn't help when you have family describe it that way either. And I don't know where his grandmother is from or grandfather is from. I forgot. I think I've asked him once and he didn't know. And I'm low contact with his mother. So his mother is African and English Irish. So it's like I don't even know if she'd know actually. I think they were married. This is my aunt before she came over to America, and I put her and my uncle together. Not on purpose. I called her aunt before they were even dating. Was a teenager. Hmm. You're from Newark. That is so funny, Dusty. It's like you keep saying Newark, and I'm like, I hate Newark. Because last night it was the what city are you from that people get mixed up. And there is an Oakland in Michigan, believe it or not, and we didn't find out about it until Detroit was going downhill. I only had like one or two people occasionally ask me, "Oh, Michigan?" It's like, "No, California." You wonder if you're related to Enya? Oh my God. So hi, Dusty. Hi, little brother. The sticky hands. You remind me of my best friend in junior or in teenage years, whose little brother used to chase me around with his hands out, going like this. They're sticky. So you are the one with the sticky hands, little brother. And the best I know is that my DNA is from West Africa, which is still a large swath of the continent. Yes, I think my cousin's father was from not the not Egypt, Morocco, like a set of countries in the below that. So, because I thought he was Moroccan for a long time, and she said no, he's from farther down or farther north, south. So, Dusty, that should be a hey to everybody, not just the people you love. I mean, when you don't call white people European Americans, maybe we should start doing that. I know. You're a European American. Well, considering how much that we found out today because of the text, how much they hate Europe, so weird. Um, Hi, Marilee. Did I say hi to you? I didn't think I did. So you're going to be the last I really have to go because it is 1:26. I still have to work tonight, so I have to be all smiles. I gotta try to figure out how to do the members because I want to take the members with me on Mondays. Um, but otherwise, let's see. She's still asleep over. Oh, I just scared her. I'm sorry, sweetie. Aw, I'm sorry, honey. I touched her back quarter. She wasn't amused about that. She might actually get up right now. It's- You're related to Marilyn Monroe? Awesome. Yeah, see, we all have to love everybody, no matter how messed up they are. Doesn't mean we have to like them. So, okay, I caught up. Ah, it might be Algerian. That actually sounds that actually sounds like it. Ooh, so it might be Algerian. Okay. I think she's getting up. Yeah, I startled the bejesus out of her. I've got to get eye boogers out of her eye and not eat it. Someone related to Dolly Parton messaged me saying we're related too. I haven't messaged back because it was too much for my moment. Chad is south of Libya. What is Chad? I think it was Chad. I no, I think it might have been Algeria. So, yeah, no, it's the people who don't know that Africa is not a country, it's a continent. That's not hard. So, okay, guys, I'm going. I might see you tonight, members, or feed, who knows. But I definitely will see you tomorrow. Not sure yet. I would probably say here, 30% chance that I'll be at the org tomorrow. Okay. So I will talk to you guys all tomorrow. Have a good night.